In this vlog I will show you how to do it. It's very easy, everyone can do it.
Oh, never mind. Let her do the job.
Initiating. Welcome back to my daily grind. Create yourself, that's what it's all about. One day, one step in the right direction. I'm Chris and I'm only here to show you if I can do it, then you can do it as well. It is Friday and my cutie over there, she wants to learn how to play the guitar. So she brought her first guitar. By the way, this right there, that was my first guitar. And well, she came to the right place because I know quite a lot about guitars and how to set them up. Yeah. So let's do this. If you buy a, rather cheap guitar, they're probably not set up correctly or not, as good as they can be. And in this vlog I will show you how to do it. It's very easy, everyone can do it. So let's get right to it. We're basically going to do 4 things. First of all, we're going to change the string height on the bridge and maybe even on the nut, because when you play stuff, especially in this upper region, and the strings are as far away from the frets as in this case, it is kind of inconvenient. You can't be as precise as in this region, for example. Check this out, it's like, that's crazy. We're going to fix that. We're also going to check the intonation. And lastly, we're going to set up the truss rod, which is this thing right here. This is a huge rod going through the neck. This rod controls the bow of the neck basically, and this will also improve the string height. So interestingly, this is a floating bridge. You can increase and decrease the tension of the strings. A cool feature for a first guitar. Okay, so first of all, let's change the string height. We're going to start with the bridge, and all we need for that is a little Allen key. And as we can see here, it's rather far away. So what we're going to do next is to make this saddle lower. Quite a bit, actually. Can you see how it moves? I think we can go even closer. So check this out, this saddle is way lower than this saddle. Let me just do this for all of them. Oh, never mind. Let her do the job. Very nice, very nice. We brought the saddles down to a fairly low point, as you can see. This is way better for playing, but now we have to check if it's working, because there is one problem if the saddles are too low and it's fret bass. So now we need to check, and it's simple, you just play every... You hear that? There's a little buzz going on, it's not too bad. You hear that? That will occur when the saddles are too low and the frets are not perfectly leveled. It might also have something to do with the truss rod, we'll get to that later. That's quite a lot of fret buzz, so we probably have to bring it up a bit. It's not too bad, it's not too bad. You hear this, like in this region, there is no fret buzz, but up here, every note is buzzing. So we definitely need to bring this one up as well. Oh, this one is, we can't go lower with this one. Okay, so this is the string height on the bridge. We have to revisit that though. But for now, let's move on. Next up is the nut string height. And this is fairly advanced though. What you have to do is basically look for maybe 1 or 2 strings that are higher than the others. And in this case, this one is pretty low, this one is pretty low, this one as well, this one as well. But this string is a bit higher. It's probably very hard to see, but this string is just a bit higher than the others, so we could take a saw and just go a little bit deeper in here. Do you want to do this?
I don't think so.
This of course won't make that much of a difference. I of course did it for every one of mine, but as I said, this is fairly advanced, so you might as well skip that. If you want to do it, you just need a tiny saw, something like that, and then just go just a bit deeper. So next up is the truss rod. It's this thing in here. For that we need a capo. Put it on the first fret. And this needs to be perfect. Okay, now we tap the last fret on the high E string. And now we just check on the 12th or on the 10th fret. We just tap and see how much space is there. We could try to slide something under it, like a card or a blade of a utility knife. Why not? See if it fits underneath. It's a bit much. For that we also need an Allen key. Slide it in here. And now we can turn this screw right here. And again, the distance is a bit too much in my opinion. So what we need is more back bow. If we got more up bow, then this would increase the distance, but we need more back bow to get the strings closer to the neck. This is of course only a very slight, a subtle adjustment, but let's go for it. And to get more up bow, we need to turn it counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise. And this might crack. This might create a few weird sounds, but it's perfectly normal, don't worry about it. Flex it a bit. This will help the neck to get into the new position faster. Let's see. Okay, almost no difference. Did you hear that? That was like a slight crack in there. It is getting closer. Okay, now don't get it too close with a rather cheap guitar, because as I said, the frets aren't as leveled as on a, you know, high-end guitar, so don't go crazy. That was a truss rod setup, rather easy as well. It should be very easy to turn, as in this case it was buttery smooth. If it's not easy to turn, then probably just stop tweaking and visit a professional. But this is definitely something that you can do at home easily. Okay, now let's tune the guitar. Now that it's tuned, let's recheck the string height. This string is perfect. There is just a little bit of bass. We probably have to make these two low strings a bit higher again, because you might actually be able to hear that. With electric guitars, a bit of fret bass isn't that bad, but with acoustic guitars it's definitely a thing to avoid. That's perfect. Perfect. Yeah, we might even go a bit lower, but at this point, well, I think you get the point. Get as low as possible for best feeling and best accessibility, but avoid the bass. Okay, and lastly, let's go for the intonation. This is also a very crucial setup part. The intonation is basically how the string sounds, open string, compared to 12th fret. Intonation setup is done by moving these screws right here, moving the saddles back and forth. This will change the intonation. Up and down will change the height, and back and forth will change the intonation. Just from hearing it, it sounds very similar, right? I played the harmonic and then 12th fret pressed. Harmonic is the same as open string, but one octave above. So sounds very similar, right? Let's mess it all up. Now it will sound lower because I decrease the tension. Can you hear that? You can't go all the way. Oh, I just went all the way. If you go all the way, you have to loosen up the string again up here. So just loosen it up, and then you can move the saddle back and screw it back in there. Now that's not the same note whatsoever. Let me get a tuner for that. Okay, well, never mind. I can't find my hardware tuner. I'm always using my phone. I'm done with the setup. If you want to know more about the intonation, check out this video. In this video I did the intonation for my Xiphos. It's the same thing basically. And yeah, that's it. I hope you got something out of it. This is actually a cool first guitar, I have to say that. Good choice. But anyways, that's it for today, and I will see you tomorrow.